So, should you buy a house now or should you wait? I went and asked one of my favorite AIs what people are wanting to know. And that was one of the questions. Will the mortgage rates keep dropping? Should they buy the house now or should they wait? You should buy now. And the reason is the mortgage rates are stabilizing. So they're pretty much around the sixes. They're bouncing around the sixes. If you have an incredible credit score, 800 plus, you might be able to get a rate in the fives. I just had somebody get like 5.375, which is a fantastic rate, but that is a unique circumstance. So if you are waiting for the mortgage rates to make some huge drop before you buy, it's not going to happen. Nobody is predicting that to happen. It's stable. Everything is stable right now. They're calling it somewhat of a soft market. It's not bad. It's not as crazy as it has been in the past. So should you wait to buy? No. And the other reason is the prices aren't going down. They are going up. So you may be waiting for this lower mortgage rate, but then the price that you're going to pay for a house is even higher. The other thing is that we have 1.7 months of inventory. So what that means is if we have 2,000 homes on the market right now, which is pretty close to what we have in the metro area. So 2,000 homes on the market, and then if no other homes hit the market, nothing else went on the market, that means that it would take 1.7 months for there to be enough buyers for all those homes to be gone, to be sold. So, and we know new homes come on the market every day, just about. And maybe not Sundays, but yeah, pretty much every day. So now is still a very good time, because the longer you wait, the longer you are waiting to build your wealth, to build that equity. And that is the big payday. That's the big payoff. Another question is first-time buyers. Now, the number of first-time buyers has gone down. It's they're out there. They would like to buy houses, but the prices are forbidding that. Also, I'm finding first-time buyers are too picky. They don't want to do anything. They, my daughter actually told me this. They don't want the responsibility of repairs. They don't want to fix things up. It's just a different generation. But if you say you have two friends. One feels like my daughter doesn't want to do anything as far as fix up, although she knows how. And then you have somebody who wants to do that type of thing, and say those two people come together and they buy a house. That could be a situation. It was just an example given in something that I read. It's called Keeping Current Matters. And that would be a win-win. I recently sold a home that had 2 kitchens. The downstairs was set up where somebody could totally live downstairs, and then somebody could live upstairs. Actually, a couple people could live upstairs. There were 3 bedrooms upstairs. So I think we're seeing more of that type of thing, people sharing spaces and that. And you can use there are loans out there that you can use your projected rental income as a way to qualify for the loan. So if you're going to buy a house and you're going to get X amount for rent, there are loan programs out there that allow you to do that. And so that's a way that you can, offset the cost of the house and then still build equity and wealth. The other comment that people have is they don't have enough to choose from. And I go back again to stop being so picky. We've had more inventory now than we've had since 2019, or maybe longer. I have a graph. I'll pop that up. But there are more homes on the market now than we've had in a very long time. People don't like the prices. I can't blame them. They went up quickly. But there are ways to get around that, and I just told you one of them. What else I was going to bring up to you? Just a few little tidbits about the market. So if you are looking, I'm putting a new home on the market today, and this year compared to last year, as far as days on market, they're pretty much about the same. 19 days on the market average last year, 23 days on the market now. Also, both this year, last year, sellers are getting 98.8% of the list price. So that's real similar. So yeah, there's a number of reasons that if you don't like where you're living right now, to make the move. And it's always better to own than to buy. Maybe you don't buy your first property isn't your ideal property. That's hardly ever the case. So you buy what you can afford now, build some equity, and then make the next move up in 4 or 5 years. If you have any questions, reach out and I would be glad to go through your situation with you.